Okie dokie, so I'm talking about photosynthesis, and we're going to talk about the light-dependent reactions first. So this is the part of photosynthesis that is going to require light. First, I want to talk about where we are. This is going to be, this entire little thing right here is going to be a thylakoid. So remember, those are the little disc-shaped things in the chloroplast. So right here, we're looking at the thylakoid membrane. The outside area here is called the stroma. That's the kind of the cytoplasm of the chloroplast, if you will. And then the space inside is called the inner thylakoid. So, outside the thylakoid, stroma; inside the thylakoid, inner thylakoid. Okay, and so now I'm going to talk about each of these things are proteins in the thylakoid membrane and kind of what they do. So, first I want to talk about, this is called photosystem 2. Photosystem 2. And so what's going to happen here is we have chlorophyll at the top of here. It's going to get energy from the sun. I'm going to use red for the energy. It comes down from the sun. And this is going to cause an electron to get excited, and then it's going to want to move through this protein complex right here. This is called the ETC, or the electron transport chain. And then it's going to move into photosystem 1. So this is photosystem 1. Photosystem 1 is also going to receive light because it has from chlorophyll. And it is going to take those 2 electrons and take 2 of NADP. Oops, that's a P plus 2 hydrogen ions and turn them into, excuse me for the mess, 2 NADPH molecules. And this, oh, I spelled it wrong, so it's going to turn it into 2 NADPH molecules. And these are going to go to the Calvin cycle. I know that's a little bit confusing, but just that's a product of photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. This is photosystem 1, even though it's the second in the chain because this one was discovered first, but photosystem 1 is the one that comes first. But where does the electron go? Since an electron moved through here, where does this electron come from? Well, here we're going to have a high potential energy electron that's picked up, and they get the electrons from the breakdown of H2O into O2 and hydrogen ions. 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogen ions to be exact. These hydrogen ions are going to be really important. Also, highly important for the production of ATP to go to the Calvin cycle to make glucose. So this is going to make some ATP, stealing the electron from water to move electrons through photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 to make our NADPH. But also the electron transport chain, as the electron moves through it, so the motion of the electron through the electron transport chain moves hydrogen ions from the stroma into the inner thylakoid. So what we're doing, by doing this, they're building up a hydrogen ion concentration inside the thylakoid here. And so then, with this high concentration of hydrogen ions, they're going to flow out. But they can't flow back out through the electron transport chain, so they flow out through a protein called ATP synthase. And this enzyme, as hydrogen ion flows out, as hydrogen ions push out because they're going to move from high concentration to low concentration through diffusion, as they move out, just like in the electron transport chain, as the electron moves through, hydrogen ions are pushed in. Now as hydrogen ions push out, the ATP synthase is going to be able to take 3 ADPHs plus 3 inorganic phosphates and turn that into 3 ATPs. So here we have the synthesis of ATP, hence the name. Synthesis just means to put together. So ATP synthase makes ATP, and so by the flow of these hydrogen ions coming out of the inner thylakoid, it's going to take that energy and turn it into 3 ATP, and this is going to go to the Calvin cycle as well. Cycle. And so in photosynthesis, what you have made is water is used up, O2 is made here, and then NADPH is made. NADPH is made, and that's going to go to Calvin cycle. And then ATP is made as well, and this also goes to the Calvin cycle. And so that's kind of what's going on in your light-dependent reactions, because these reactions need light to push the electrons through and make this happen. And I hope that was helpful.